Hey there, Mr. Thayer from the Syracuse Academy of Science and Citizenship, back with another third grade math lesson. Today we're tackling Module 2, Lesson 19. We're going to decompose, I'm struggling with that word. We're going to decompose twice to subtract 3 digits with zeros in the tens and ones places. Again, objectives, they have lots of words. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at some numbers, some 3-digit numbers, some 2-digit numbers, and we are going to solve basic subtraction problems. We are going to subtract, all right? That's what your exit ticket is going to be about. It's going to be about subtracting numbers, so pay careful attention to that. We're going to warm up 2 ways. One way is we're going to round some numbers just to practice that skill and make sure we have it. Then we're going to do a little bit of subtraction, and then we're going to tackle a word problem to finish up, which is going to see some subtraction. We're going to do some borrowing and making sure we understand what we're taking from the tens place, the ones place, and the hundreds place, okay? So first things first, let's get back to rounding. We've done some previous lessons with the rounding, which is great. So I just want to review them and use our vertical line to help us out. We are rounding to 100. We're rounding up. We're going to look in the hundreds place right here. So we're going to take a look right here. All right, that's going to tell us, are we going to round up to 800, which will go here on the vertical mark, or are we going to round down to 700? Okay, see what I did right there? We practiced a lot of this. Round up to 800 or down to 700. The mid mark here is 750, which is great. So all we got to do is take that 735. We got to put it where it belongs. Obviously, 735 is going to be right around in here. Okay? So that is telling us what? Yep, we're going to round down. We're going to round down to the nearest 100. We're going to round down to 700 right there. Okay? We did the basic math. We said when we're looking at 7, we're going to round up to 800 or down to 700. We plotted it on our vertical lines there. We made our midpoint of 750, and then we plotted at 735. That's telling us it's closer to 700, all right? So we got 1,371. We're going to look right here, okay? That's going to tell us, do we want to round up to 1,400, or do we want to round down to 1,300, okay? Let's take a look at our midpoint. Our midpoint is going to be 1,350. Okay? And if we're going to place that 1,371, we are going to place it right, I'd say right about here, 1,371, which tells us what? Yep, we're going to round up. We see that it's right here. It's above the midpoint. It's closer to that, to 1,400. So our answer when we're rounding is 1,400. Okay, rounding by the hundreds right here. Okay, so those were our 2 answers. Those are just quick warm-ups right there. Again, practice. Got to practice these. Got to understand them. But we've been doing a great job with the rounding. I wanted to start our lesson off with that. And then right now I want to start our lesson off with some basic subtraction right here just to look at, just to understand. All right, we got 80 minus 26. All right. And we can't take 6 away from 0, so we're going to have to borrow. So we're going to come over here. That 8 is going to become 7, and then we're going to break 10 over here. We got 10, okay? 10 minus 6, we know, is 4. 10 minus 6 is 4. And then we have 7 minus 2. 7 minus 2 equals 5. I did these a little bit faster, but if we have to, we could take 7 and count down. We could take 10 and count down. However you need to get there. Maybe you need to draw a little bit of a picture, but basically I want you to see how we borrowed from over here and made that 10, and that became 7. Okay? Let's take a look over here. We have 380 minus 26. Again, can't do anything here, so we're going to have to borrow over here. We're going to have to go to the 10 spot. We're going to have to borrow. So here, that 8, we're going to take 10 from it. That's going to become 7. and 10 over here. We're going to have 10 over there. So 10 minus 6, we know, is 4. 7 minus 2 equals 5. And bring the 3 down is 354. All right? 354 is the answer that we are looking for right now. Okay? So we just showed how we borrowed and did that. That's going to be what we are looking for today when we get up to our exit ticket, is the subtraction, is being able to subtract when we are doing things. Okay? All right, let's take a look at our word problem right now. And this will finish us up for today. Joe brings an apple and orange to school. The weight of both pieces of fruit is 417 grams. The apple weighs 223 grams. How much does the orange weigh? Okay? This is how we're going to put, not only there's a lot of stuff we have to do here. First off, we have to be able to read and understand what is being asked of the word problem. Number 2, we got pieces of the puzzle here. We got to understand what's being asked. What do they want? What do we know? Okay? So, let's see. First off, we know, maybe we draw a little bit of picture here. We have an apple and we have an orange. Okay? He brings an apple and an orange to school. The weight of both of these is 417 grams. Okay? The apple weighs 223 grams. So over here we know the apple weighs 223 grams. How much does the orange weigh? Okay? So there we go. Kind of made a little sketch right there. All right? And we can plug it into our drawing over here. So we know both pieces of fruit equal 400 and, let me erase that. Make that look a little bit neater. There we go. Both pieces of fruit equal 417 grams. Make sure I label that with G there. Okay? The apple weighs 223. We don't know what the orange weighs, and that's what we're trying to figure out. Okay? We're trying to figure out what goes here. So we know what both of them weigh. All right? We know both weigh 417. Okay? And we know that the apple weighs 223. So how much does the orange weigh? So if we take that and we subtract those two numbers, that's going to give us the answer for the orange. Okay? Because we already have the total here. We know what the apple weighs. We have to find out what the orange weighs. So we're going to subtract 417 grams minus 223 grams. So 7 times 3, we can do that one, is 4. We can't subtract 2 from 1 here, so we're going to come over here. We're going to borrow. That 4 is going to become 3. And that 10, we're going to add 10 to that. That is going to become 11. 11 minus 2 gives us 9. And then 3 minus 2 gives us 1. All right? So our orange weighed 194 grams. Okay? Basically, that's just what we did. We took what was given to us in that problem, and we did the math to figure it out. We took what was given, which was the total, 417. We subtracted by what the apple weighed, which was 223 grams, and we figured out that the orange weighed 194 grams. Okay? Slide over to that exit ticket. I'll tell you right now, there is just basic subtraction. Okay? Just basic subtraction, easy stuff like I did earlier in the lesson. Gotta get that, gotta practice that, gotta understand it, do it quickly. Work on the borrowing, taking things over, groups of 10 and stuff like that. I will check that exit ticket, and I will see you guys soon.